Did you know there are places in the world where your US passport, yes, that powerful little blue book, won't get you in? In 2025, geopolitical tensions, diplomatic fallouts, and security risks have created a list of countries where Americans are either officially banned or practically barred. Some of these will make sense, others, not so much. But one thing's for sure, you'll want to stay tuned till the very end, because number 1 will absolutely shock you. Let's dive into 10 countries where Americans are not allowed in 2025. Number 1. North Korea. North Korea has long been off limits for American travelers, but the ban is more than just a recommendation, it's law. After the tragic case of Otto Warmbier in 2017, the US government imposed a legal travel ban to North Korea. In 2025, even as some Westerners are being allowed back into the country, this ban remains firmly in place for Americans. Why? Arbitrary arrests, long detentions, zero diplomatic support. The risks are just too high. So unless you're a diplomat or a journalist with special clearance, you're not going in. Not this year. Maybe not ever. Fun fact: North Korea's Mount Paktu is the highest peak on the Korean peninsula and home to Heaven Lake, a stunning crater lake rarely seen by outsiders. Number 2. Iran. Iran doesn't technically ban Americans, but it might as well. To visit, US citizens must join a government-sanctioned tour with an Iranian guide. You can't just fly in and explore on your own. The visa process is slow, uncertain, and often denied without explanation. Add to that the lack of diplomatic ties and ongoing tensions. And suddenly, Iran feels very, very far away. In 2025, the situation hasn't improved, and the red tape is even thicker. Fun fact: Iran is home to Kandovan, a village where people live in ancient cave homes carved into volcanic rock, resembling something out of a fantasy movie. Number 3. Syria. This war-torn nation remains a no-go zone for American travelers. Ongoing conflict, terrorism, and kidnappings make it one of the most dangerous places on Earth. In fact, the US government has issued a Level 4 Do Not Travel advisory, its highest warning. With minimal diplomatic presence and virtually no airline access, Syria is effectively sealed off. And in 2025, it's still very much off limits. Fun fact: despite its current state, Syria's capital, Damascus, is one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world, dating back more than 11,000 years. Number 4. Libya. Libya used to be known for its Roman ruins and Mediterranean coastlines. Now, it's known for civil war, militias, and political instability. In 2024, the Libyan government stopped issuing visas to US citizens, claiming concerns over espionage and interference. In 2025, that ban is still active. The US has no embassy there, and traveling in Libya as an American is both risky and practically impossible. Fun fact: Leptis Magna in Libya is one of the best preserved Roman archaeological sites in the world, often dubbed Rome of Africa. Number 5. Yemen. Yemen is one of the most dangerous countries in the world for foreigners, especially Americans. With civil war, famine, and terrorism still rampant, it's no surprise that the US warns against all travel to the country. Kidnappings and drone strikes are real risks. And in 2025, the Yemeni government has not reopened visa access for Americans. Even aid workers struggle to get clearance. Fun fact: Yemen is home to the ancient city of Shibam, often called the Manhattan of the desert for its centuries-old mud brick skyscrapers. Number 6. Venezuela. This one's complicated. Venezuela hasn't officially banned Americans, but in reality, it might as well have. The Venezuelan government rarely issues visas to US citizens anymore. Applications are often delayed, rejected, or ignored entirely. Political tensions remain high, and consular services are limited at best. So in 2025, travel to Venezuela for Americans? Extremely difficult, and definitely not encouraged. Fun fact: Venezuela is home to Angel Falls, the tallest uninterrupted waterfall in the world, plunging more than 3,200 feet from a tabletop mountain. Number 7. Afghanistan. After the U.S. withdrawal in 2021, Afghanistan changed dramatically. And in 2025, it remains one of the most dangerous places for Americans. The Taliban are in power, the U.S. Embassy is closed, and the risk of arrest, or worse, is very real. There's no visa process for Americans and no legal way to enter safely. Even journalists and humanitarian workers are turned away or detained. Fun fact: the Buddhas of Bamiyan, destroyed by the Taliban in 2001, once stood over 170 feet tall and were carved into cliffs over 1,400 years ago. Number 8. Belarus. Tensions between Belarus and the United States have worsened in recent years. And in 2024, Belarus officially banned American travelers, labeling the U.S. as a hostile nation. This move followed a series of sanctions and diplomatic feuds. Now, in 2025, the ban is still enforced. Attempting to enter could lead to detention or deportation. Fun fact: Minsk, the capital of Belarus, is a city frozen in time, full of Soviet-era architecture and massive public squares. Number 9. Myanmar. Once hailed as Southeast Asia's next big destination, Myanmar has taken a dark turn. Following the 2021 coup, military rule tightened and protests turned deadly. In 2024, the ruling junta suspended visa services for Americans. By 2025, the ban remains in place due to security risks and political unrest. It's a stark contrast to the Myanmar that once welcomed millions of tourists. Fun fact: Bagan, an ancient city in Myanmar, has over 2,000 Buddhist monuments and is often compared to Angkor Wat in Cambodia. Number 10. Russia. In 2025, Russia remains a high-risk destination for American travelers. The U.S. State Department has issued a Level 4 Do Not Travel advisory due to the ongoing war in Ukraine, potential for wrongful detentions, and limited consular support. Americans face increasing visa denials and growing hostility from Russian authorities. Fun fact: Russia's Trans-Siberian Railway is the longest railway line in the world, stretching nearly 6,000 miles from Moscow to the Pacific Ocean. And there you have it, 10 countries where, in 2025, your U.S. passport won't grant you entry. Some are embroiled in conflict. Others are entangled in political strife. But all share one common thread: they're out of reach for American travelers this year. Before you plan your next adventure, always consult the latest travel advisories from official sources like the U.S. Department of State. Remember, while your passport is powerful, it doesn't open every door. Stay informed, stay safe, and make wise choices when exploring the world. If you found this information eye-opening, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more global travel insights, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and keep exploring.